Hello, and welcome back to Tuk-Tuk Travels. After my visit to Jim Thompson's house in Bangkok, I told you a little bit about his history and his mysterious disappearance. Now, the Jim Thompson Thai Silk Company began in 1948, and was originally he sourced his silk from a place called Pak Thong Chai, near where I live, and it was all made at home by Thai silk women. In fact, all of the silk in Roger and Hammerstein's The King and I, it was produced by Jim Thompson. In 1970, the company became so big that they opened up a factory in Kolat, the city. Then in 1988, they began what is now known as Jim Thompson's farm. Initially, they just grew mulberry bushes here, and they reared a hybrid silkworm. This is why Thai silk is so good. It's a mutant. But and this farm was actually only open to the public in 2001. Even since then, it's only been open between 3 and 4 weeks a year, every year. Now, a few weeks ago, my principal took me to Jim Thompson's farm, along with one of her friends, teacher Matthew from Nundul Mak, and a few of his teachers. It was actually a really good day out. You go in and you board this little train car thing that takes you around part of the park, and it drops you off outside the pumpkin patch. Now, don't imagine these big orange American-style pumpkins. Thai pumpkins are smaller, much smaller usually, and a sort of greeny brown colour when they're ripen, even when they're ripe. But it was fantastic. There's just pumpkins everywhere. Pumpkin houses, pumpkin sculptures, the word pumpkin patch written in pumpkins. It was really, really cool. From there, the group split up, and I went with my principal and her friend, and we walked around a few of the flower gardens. We had a look at some traditional Isan houses, Isan being the native people in Nakhon Ratchasima. After this, we went to the Tublan National Park in Wat Nam Kiao, where we met up with teacher Adrian, who works there. While we're in this park, we were taken to these cliffs where you can buy little packets of seeds, and then all along the cliff front, they've set up about 20 or 30 catapults, where literally it's an eco-friendly, fun way of tourism, where you basically, it's all in the aid of reforestation. You fire your seeds as far as you can off into the distance, and they'll land and either grow where they land, or squirrels and whatnot will pick them up. And it's actually a really ingenious idea. They make some money from the sale of the seeds, and people are still helping the environment and having fun. It was really good. And of course, I ran out of seeds quite quickly and was then firing stones and pieces of dirt. Anything I could get my hands on, just launching it off the cliff. It was good. A few weeks later, I received a phone call from teacher Matthew's director in Nundul Mak, and she asked me whether I'd like to go to Ayutthaya with them. Now, the last time I went to Ayutthaya, as you know, we didn't actually see that much apart from the floating market because of the trains, and I wasn't overly impressed by this market. So I thought, yeah, that would be a really nice idea. So I was told I'd be picked up on Sunday at 5 o'clock in the morning. It's about a 3-hour drive. So I was like, okay, not really looking forward to this, but Ayutthaya itself should be quite nice. So I wake up nice and early, I walk to the road to be picked up, and then these 3 double-decker buses stop. and I'm kind of confused. And I go on board, and I find out it's a school trip. Not only that, but Matthew's ill, so it's just his school and me. Interesting. I tried to get some sleep on the way there, but Thai buses are unusual. I had the wonderful experience of driving along at 5:30 to this. Not pleasant. But I tried to get some sleep, I suppose. We get to Ayutthaya, and the first place we go to is Kai Nualesi Chai Mun Kon. Now this is a really quite old temple complex, not that old, not as old as Angkor Wat in Cambodia, or Pi Mai, where I went in November. But old enough, it dates from the early Ayutthaya period, so the late 17th century, early 18th century. And we had a look around there, it was really nice. I end up going around lots of the students, and they're like, teacher, teacher, photo, all the time. Teacher, teacher, photo, ah, teacher, teacher, photo, ah. I'm a celebrity, I really am. Yay. What can I say? I try and deny that I love it, but I do. I really do love it. After this, of all the places we could go to in Ayutthaya, they take me to, well, they take everyone to the floating market. And I was like, oh, yay. But if you remember last time, my friends and I found a temple that we couldn't go in because it was closed, at Wat Chang. So I thought, we have an hour. Ooh, sorry, hiccups. We have an hour here, so I'll go check it out. Luckily this time it was open, and even better, it was deserted. It was really lovely walking around these temples, and there's just no one there. No tourists, no Thais. It's just quiet and ruinous. It's absolutely breathtaking, some of the structures. They're just fallen and the grass growing around them. Elephants with missing faces. Really quite awe-inspiring, actually. So I spent my hour there and then ran back to the coach, where all the teachers and pupils are laden with bags of food and knickknacks and whatnot. And they're like, where have you been? And I was like, I was in a temple. And they're like, we went shopping. I can see. So yeah. From here, we went and had lunch before heading off to the Ichitan factory. Now, Ichitan is a brand of green tea. You can bottled green tea. It also happens to be one of the most ecologically friendly companies in Thailand. So we went on a factory tour there, and I was glad to see that everything was both in Thai and English. So looking around, and I can't say I've actually ever been to a drinks factory before. I've been to a few factories, but it was nice looking around. They also showed you when they were flooded a few years back, and when they bought it, it was a derelict factory. And they showed you all the photos before and after, which is quite interesting, as well as all the ecologically friendly things they do, their impact on recycling, how the shape of the bottle reduces the amount of plastic required. It was a really enjoyable tour, and then at the end, of course, you get free green tea. So you're drinking as much as you can before you have to leave, and then on the 3-hour bus ride back, trying as hard not to have to pee. As New Year's is a holiday in Thailand, as it is in most places in the world, and on Christmas we had a sports day, both of which I will talk to you about in my next vlog. The school had its very own special Christmas and New Year's celebrations. Christmas was most enjoyable. Although in the UK we give presents on Christmas, although this is done on New Year's in Thailand. So Christmas itself is very much a Western novelty. They celebrate it just as some fun. There isn't any meaning to it. But it was always fun. In the morning, on our special Christmas day, I was judging the kindergarten singing competition. I'll give you a little snippet of what I had to judge. So here you go. So cute, aren't they? To make matters worse, kindergarten grade 3 select 1 and one of the kindergarten grades 2 both gave me little gifts before they started singing. One was a big box of chocolates and the other was a little light up Christmas tree. No. I can't say I condone bribery, but it works. Give me gifts, give me chocolate, give me candy, give me little knickknacks and whatnot. And yeah, I'm a terrible person. But congratulations to kindergarten 3 and kindergarten 2. New Year, as I said, is the biggest festive holiday celebrated compared to Christmas in Thailand. That's where all the gifts are given. So the following Friday, when we had our New Year, it was school not only finished early, but it was just a big day of games and fun. To begin with, everyone gathered in the hall and there was a big gift exchange. All the students had to bring in a gift worth 50 baht, which is about £1, and the teachers had to bring one in worth 150, so £3. And then everyone's name is written on it and on a piece of paper, and children go out one by one, pull out a piece of paper from the hat and get that gift. It's quite a really nice idea. And it turns out a boy in grade 4 pulled out my name and he got my gift, which was a huge tub of candy. And then when it was my turn, funnily enough, out of all the students there, and we have 492, I pulled out his name. And I got a pink cuddly toy. Later in the day, I swapped this for an inflatable mallet that somebody else had won. And I went around abusing teachers and students and even the director with this mallet. All on the pretense, yes, it's New Year, I can get away with this. Unfortunately, one of the teachers then burst it, quite accidentally, I may add. But I was like, oh, there goes my fun. It was good while it lasted. But no, during the rest of the day, we just played games. And if you won the game, you got candy and crisps and drinks and cakes and all manner of things. There were things like a ring toss, where you throw a basket over food and drink to win things. There was bingo, Thai bingo, dizzy football, where they put you in a spinny chair, spin you around, then you had to shoot to a goal. And then my personal favourite, which was a balloon thing. Everybody has a balloon tied to their left ankle, facing outwards. And there's about 10 people in the game, and you have to go around popping everyone else's balloon while protecting your own. Sort of unfair me playing against 8-year-olds, but I won. Ha 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 ha. I got my candy, and I was happy. After this, I slept in and then started my journey for my New Year celebrations in Bangkok and Koh Samui. But you will hear all about that in my next vlog, so I shall speak to you later. Goodbye.